From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Shan with today's voice briefing. It's Wednesday, July 26, 2023.
This is J.C. Reindl with the Detroit Free Press. Dan Gilbert may build a Detroit factory for a startup company that is financially backed by Bill Gates. The startup is called LuxWall, and it's based in Ypsilanti. It makes unique vacuum-insulated window glass. The company is looking to open its first factory in Hillsdale County. Detroit could then be the location for the second factory, which could employ up to 342 people. LuxWall says it is considering land in southwest Detroit that's owned by Dan Gilbert's Bedrock. That would be near the site of the demolished Southwestern High School. State development officials on Wednesday awarded LuxWall a $6 million grant. But to get all of that money, the company needs to build both factories.
From City Hall reporter Dena Afana, renaming Detroit's Hart Plaza is on the table among city lawmakers. Detroit City Council members are considering changing the name to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Plaza, a move proposed by Councilmember Mary Waters. According to the proposed resolution, one of the plaza's, quote, most momentous occasions, end quote, included hosting the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. after the 1963 Freedom Walk, where he delivered his famous I Have a Dream speech. Voting on the proposed change is expected to take place after Labor Day, which is when council members return from their August recess. The resolution is moving to the Neighborhood and Community Services Standing Committee on Thursday for discussion. Councilmember Waters said in a statement to the Free Press that the measure came about from conversations she had with constituents in Northwest Detroit who were, quote, appalled by the violence, end quote, in the city. For more on the story, you can search for Dena Afana's article, Detroit City Council members want to rename Hart Plaza after Martin Luther King Jr. on Freep.com.
I'm Andrew Burkle with the Free Press Sports Department. And on Tuesday afternoon, news broke that Michigan football coach Jim Harbaugh and the NCAA are nearing a deal that would result in a 4-game suspension for the coach to start the 2023 football season. Now, this suspension is related to Harbaugh allegedly making false statements during an investigation into a different matter. Talks with the NCAA date back to January when a source said Harbaugh would not admit to knowingly misleading investigators, but did admit to some level 2 violations, which are less serious in nature. The violations reportedly had to do with COVID-19 dead periods, having analysts serve in on-field roles, and a few other related issues. Either way, Harbaugh has refused to admit or say he lied to NCAA investigators, which carries a more serious punishment and could cost him a third of the season. Offensive coordinator Sherrone Moore and tight ends coach Grant Newsome could also be suspended. However, it would likely just be for 1 game. Meanwhile, Michigan Athletic Director Ward Manuel said they are continuing to work cooperatively with the NCAA staff on an enforcement matter, but couldn't give any more details at this time. The good news for Michigan fans is the 4 games Harbaugh could reportedly miss are arguably the 4 easiest games on the schedule. All 4 games will be at the Big House, with East Carolina, UNLV, Bowling Green, and Rutgers slated to visit Ann Arbor. Even without Harbaugh, the Wolverines should be double-digit favorites in each of those outings. Now, we've got a lot more coverage on this topic, so head over to our website at freep.com/sports for more information.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press by visiting Freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thanks for listening, and you'll hear more from us tomorrow.